Welcome. Thanks for joining us again for another training tip. Today we're going to talk about emergency reload with the pistol. Emergency reload is just that. We have an empty magazine with a slide lock to the rear. Just like here. Empty mag, empty chamber. This does constitute an emergency. The way that we're going to execute the reload on this is pretty straightforward. As I've engaged, I'm pressing my trigger. Now I have no joy. The slide is locked to the rear. I can even cant the weapon just a touch and see. More than likely you can see immediately that this is a slide lock or emergency reload. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my support side hand. I'm going to cant that weapon just slightly as I draw it back into my workspace. It allows me to better index the magazine release. Now we're doing a little multitasking with my support side hand. I'm going to come down and I'm going to sweep my magazine right here. I want to make sure that I grab the entire magazine. Do not grab the end of it and turn it into a prison shank and start trying to stab your gun. We want to have as much of the magazine as possible. So here we go. I'm going to sweep the magazine. Now as that magazine clears the pouch, I'm going to release the existing magazine and it'll pass in midair. Now with one fluid, smooth motion, I seat the magazine into the weapon firmly. Another tip here is don't take your hand off and punish your weapon. If you do it smoothly and firmly, the magazine will seat. Now, with my support side thumb, I'll begin to turn the weapon and use that thumb to push the slide release, allowing the gun to go back into battery. There's some debate about that. Some people don't like doing that. They use the slingshot technique. I will tell you right now that it is slower, astronomically slower, especially when you're gunfight. So I would encourage you to practice using the slide release. It is faster and much more reliable. As with any malfunction clearance, it's important that you practice that. You could be the absolute best shooter in the world, but if your weapon manipulations are poor, you become nothing but a bullet sponge. So practice these and get exceedingly good at them. So until you see you in the classroom or on the range again, stay safe and train hard.